punch him in the face. Is it rolling? I like to burst out immediately, react, throw all my past experiences on them, project all my fears and insecurities. Then I go in silence and think about what I should have said. Let me think for real. Okay, I'm gonna use an analogy. So, this analogy is from Caroline Myss, and it really changed my life. All of her work changes my life every time I hear it, again and again and again. If you don't know who she is, please go read all her books and listen to anything she's ever said. Totally worth it. She talks about us being a building. So if you were to imagine like a New York City building from floor 1 all the way to the penthouse. And we are actually the building. We have an ability to function from floor 1 where everything in my life is extremely personal. Everything's kind of loud. There's lots of people around. Somebody swings a punch there, I'm definitely going to get hit. And then we have the ability to rise up to floor 2, floor 3, floor 4, and from up there, there's less people. I can look over and I can see the chaos of floor 1, but I'm not actually affected by it as much. And then if I continue to rise, I have the ability to move up to the penthouse suite of who I am. And up there, it's crystal clear and spacious. And from there, I can look down and I can actually see the design of the city below me. I can see the people and the cars. I'm completely unaffected. It's peaceful. The truth is that we have the ability to function from any perspective, from very personal to very cosmic. And the only reason we don't get there is because there's a higher rent at the penthouse, and it takes a lot of work. You're either working harder to pay the rent, and you got to take the stairs. But once we start to actually ask these deeper questions, and we start to clear out the space and realize that we can navigate from one floor to the next, to the next, to the next, and that I actually have this spiritual and emotional altitude on my life, and I get to choose which perspective I see everything from, it can change everything. Because when I'm on floor 1, what's inevitable is that like shit's gonna happen. Things are gonna seem personal. What's beautiful about floor 1 is that down here I can eat and I can make love and I can laugh and I can have personal experiences. But what sucks about down here is when somebody does something to me, I fucking hate them. I'm pissed. I have all my personal stories along there. I feel like I need to manipulate and control, and I'm bothered, and everything is changing. It's intense down here in the human body. And if I didn't have the ability to rise up and say like, okay, this must be happening for me and not to me. Like, can I rise up and have some more altitude on this person or the situation or the circumstance so that I can just be more peaceful? If I didn't have that like cleared out to be able to get there, I would really be suffering. When we start to ask these deeper questions like, who am I? Can I rise above? Can I see this as a lesson? My whole life starts to change. I start to have more of an emotional equilibrium, and I can go, okay, this doesn't have to rock me to my core. I have the tools to be able to rise up and maybe see this as a lesson. Not to say that I should just bypass and be like, oh, it doesn't matter, because, you know, we should still have boundaries. But my ability to maneuver from a level that brings a perspective and lesson and clarity of mindset around the situation is super useful. So we have to start asking, like, can we rise above and see the lesson here? Can I view my life as something that's happening for me and not to me? Super important at the end.